What's going on, everybody? This is your boy Man Up. I'm coming at you with a video here. Since I did not do a proper after the game of game one, Rockets versus Lakers, I'm doing that now. My thoughts on this game. I gave y'all my thoughts that, yes, I was shocked that, the Rockets won the way they did. Now, I'm not shocked that the Rockets won, no, because I know the Rockets can beat the Lakers. But I was shocked on how it happened. Now, I watched this one guy on YouTube. I wasn't talking noise to him. He wasn't talking noise to me or nothing like that. But I watched this one guy on YouTube. He was a Lakers fan. And he was saying how he was disappointed with the lack of effort. And he basically said the same thing that I be saying sometimes. Yeah, I'm not okay with losing. But, of course, winning and losing kind of go hand in hand. So you expect to lose some, of course. You ain't going to win everything. But when you don't have effort, yeah, I agree with that. I agree with what he was saying. Now, onto this game, I'm going to get into some numbers here. We all know the Rockets won 112-97. And like I said plenty of times before, if the Rockets keep playing like this with the energy, with the heart, the drive to get it done, oh yeah, gonna be champions. Yeah, I'm going to have that belt for a reason. You know what I'm saying? Right there. Rockets. Later on, I'll talk about that team, but right now I'm talking about this team right here. So, with that being said, though, let's go ahead and get into the numbers. Rockets play pretty decent now in this game. Not a whole lot of turnovers. Of course, always shoots a lot of threes, but for the Rockets, it's not a lot of threes. But let's go ahead and get into it. PJ Tucker had 6 points. Eric Gordon had 23. Covington had 6. Harden had 36. Westbrook kind of broke out a little bit of that rust. He had 24. Green had 7. Daniel House played 20 minutes and did not score. I do not like that, but I know he went out with a accidental hit to the face by, I think that was PJ Tucker. I think it was, or was it Gordon? I know one of his teammates accidentally hit him in the face, and he was kind of stunned for a moment. Like, it was almost like a concussion, because he was kind of like had to realize where he was for a moment. So I'm not saying it was a concussion. It just looked like it. Could have just got stunned a little bit. Austin Rivers scored, had 10. Ben McLemore played 4 minutes, had 1 assist, and did not score. Frazier played 1 minute and did not score. That's probably the only time I would say if you play, it's okay not to score because you didn't play that many minutes. Now, with this being said, if I go ahead and go a little bit deeper into the numbers. With this being said, though, I do like the fact that Rockets had that energy, they had that drive, they had that willingness to go forth. You know what I mean? And they did just that. Now, I said a little bit earlier that the Rockets didn't shoot a whole lot of threes. And for the Rockets, it's not. For maybe other teams, it is. Rockets only shot 39 threes. That's pretty damn good. Well, that's not nowhere near a lot for them. I'll put it like that. And that's pretty good. But the Lakers shot 38, so they was kind of playing the Rocket style of basketball, I guess you could say. They just didn't have the speed and the pace, and the Rockets controlled that, and that's what I like. Now, let's go ahead and get into some more numbers here. And one more time, I know I said this a billion times before. One more time here. Sorry, I gotta take a little sip. I'm a little parched. Yeah, sorry about that. But one more time here. Rockets and these rebounds. The LA Lakers is one of the biggest teams, if not the biggest team, talking about average height. And the Rockets is like the smallest team. Yeah, I think they are the smallest. Not one of, but if I'm not mistaken, they are the smallest team. And had the same amount of rebounds as the Lakers, 41 total rebounds. It is. Now the Lakers had 10 offensive rebounds, the Rockets had 4. You can expect that the Lakers going to have more rebounds. That's why I'm shocked that the Rockets are staying with these teams in the rebounding department. They either got 1 or 2 more, or in this case tied, or probably have 1 or 2 less. And what I mean by that is, with the Rockets being so small, I'm supposed to have 5 rebounds while you have 30. You know, see what I'm saying? And the Rockets are right there with them. Like I said, it's that energy, it's that extra effort that the Rockets are bringing to these games. Rockets had 19 assists. The Lakers had 18. Rockets had 3 blocks. The Lakers had 9. A couple good ones by LeBron James. I gotta give the man props. Rockets had 13 steals. Lakers had 8. Rockets had 14 turnovers. The Lakers had 15. Rockets had more points in the paint. Had 42 points in the paint, and they had 40. See, and that's why I'm so surprised with a smaller team. You're supposed to have these rim protectors. Even with when we played Oklahoma City, you know, they had a couple of big dudes, but the Rockets still, you know. And it's those little things like that that's going to win you games. You know what I'm saying? And I've said this plenty of times before. I know I sound like a broken record, but that's what this is. It's going to take those little bitty things to win you these games. And that's what you have to do. You have to flip the script, I guess you could say. You got to find other ways. You got to be more mental, more emotionally input to these games. Second by second, you know what I'm saying? You know, as you playing. And you can't get out of your element of playing. And I do like the fact that, like I said before, with 39 3-pointers that the Rockets put up, trust me, that's nowhere near a lot compared to what the Rockets normally do. 50, 60 3-pointers put up per game. That's ridiculous. So them only putting up 39, wow, that's great. Excuse me. So with all that being said, though, again, during this game, they showed that stat that the Rockets had the #1 defense in the playoffs. And I know why they're saying it, but I was just shocked because when you think about defense, you think about almost everything. I mean, you think about the blocks, you think about the forced turnovers, you think about the steals, you think about the anything, any kind of way to stop your opponent from scoring, put like that. And I'm not saying the Rockets ain't doing that. No, I'm not saying that. What I am saying is that I was just shocked that it was the Rockets, even though I am a Rockets fan. I thought maybe it was the Bucks or the Lakers or the Clippers, you know what I'm saying? A bigger team that's more dominant, you know what I'm saying, holding down that paint. But, hey, I take it. So with all that being said, though, man, like I said before, if we keep playing like this, trust me, like I said, this team right here is going to win the championship. Like I said, I'll be talking about that team later, but right now I'm talking about this team. So, you know, I'll be talking about that team right there later, but right now I'm talking about that team. Oh, man. Oh, and a lot of people always ask me, why do I have this jersey right here? A couple people ask me. If y'all don't know, that's the jersey that James Harden actually signed. I know I'm kind of a far distance and you can't see it, but on the one right there, you could probably see it. It's where James Harden signed my jersey a couple of years, about 3 years ago. I was at a Rockets Nuggets game, and James Harden signed my jersey. If you want to see that video, it's on my channel. It's like a good 10-second, 12-second video, something like that. It is. You'll see it. So with all that being said, though, I'm so proud of my Rockets for playing the way they're playing with the extra energy and the heart. Of course, we have game 2 on Sunday, tomorrow night. Can't wait for that game. Whew. Can't wait for that one. So that one is going to be 7:30 Central Time tomorrow on Sunday. I do expect the Lakers to come out come out for blood. I do expect that. I do expect for the Lakers to return the favor. Now, right now, I'm going to go ahead and do a bold prediction in this game. For the game 2, that is. I know this. I'm doing a recap of game 1, but I want to go ahead and do a bold prediction of game 2, and that is that James Harden is going to have a defensive night. And what I mean by that is, oh yeah, of course he's going to get his points. I'm not saying he ain't going to score 30 points. I'm not saying nothing like that. What I'm saying is he's going to have at least a good 6 steals and at least 3 blocks. And he's going to force, if they show this stat, because sometimes they don't show the stat unless it's ridiculous amounts, but he's going to force at least 5 turnovers. So let me write that down so I don't forget, because I probably forgot it already. Oh, man. I'm going to write that down. Hold on. I said James Harden is going to have at least 6 steals. No, I said 5. Damn, I forgot what I said that fast. Okay, this is what I'm going to say. I'm getting old. Y'all see the gray hairs. I'm getting old. James Harden is going to have at least 6 steals. I'm writing this down so I don't forget. He's going to have at least 3 blocks. And he's going to force about at least 5 extra turnovers. And that can be drawing charges, or that can be anything, any other thing. So besides the steals and the blocks, he's going to have 5 extra forced turnovers. Okay. I'm writing this down. Like I said, the forced turnovers can be drawing charges. That can be making the opponent not focus and throwing the ball out of bounds, or passing it to somebody thinking their teammates there and they actually passing it out of bounds, or making them take a bad shot to where the ball goes out of bounds. You know, any other kind of forced turnovers besides the steals. So, with all that being said, I'm writing this down right now, so excuse me. Defensive night. Okay, so with all that being said, I do think the Rockets, like I said, I expect the Lakers to come out pissed, ready to go, playing with more energy. Because I agree with this guy I saw on YouTube who was a Lakers fan. I do agree with him that the Lakers did seem like they gave up midway in the fourth, like maybe 5 minutes left, and the Rockets only won by 15. So with like 5 minutes left, 5 minutes or so left in the quarter, with Rajon Rondo, with Anthony Davis, with LeBron James, Dwight Howard, they could have came back and done something. So I think at that point the Rockets had only like a 8-point lead at that point. It was somewhere like that. So I expect the Lakers to come out ready to go. Now I am going to say I think the Rockets going to win this one, but I think this one's going to be a little bit closer. I'm going to go ahead and predict this score right here. Score prediction. There we go. I'm writing kind of fast, so I'm messing up. Score prediction for game 2. I must say, I'm trying to think of something. I think this is not going to be a super high scoring game. I think it's going to be a fairly, I think both teams are all going to break 100 this time. So I think that Rockets going to edge them though. I think it's going to be at least a 5-point game. 5-point game. I'm going to say the Rockets going to score 108. And the Lakers are going to be 103. That's what I'm saying. Yep, that's my prediction. Now, of course, that's not gonna be that way. But if the Rockets if the Rockets win and at least win by 5 points, wow. That's all I can say. But anyway, so I do think that the Rockets got momentum going. Now, a lot of times people say if you have too much rest, it can hurt you in the end. That can be true. I'm not saying it's not. But I think with the Rockets playing 7, they still had momentum going. They still had the energy. They kept up the flow, a pace. You know what I'm saying? With only a day rest, because they I forgot what day it was. But anyway, let's just say they got through playing with Oklahoma on Wednesday. So yeah. So then again, they played Lakers on Friday. So they got one day rest, and Lakers had like what 5, 6, 7 days of rest, something like that. So yeah, you can get a little rusty. Well, I'm not gonna say rusty, but you can be out of sync. Put it like that. That's the word I look for, out of sync. And the Rockets was still in sync because they just got through playing. So, like I said, James Harden's gonna have a defensive night. 6 steals, 3 blocks, and 5 extra forced turnovers. Points. I'm not gonna predict the points, but my score prediction for Game 2, the Rockets gonna win by 5, and it's gonna be 108 to 103. Now, I've seen some people saying the Rockets are going to sweep them. No, it's not going to happen. I'm not going to, as a Rockets fan, I'm going to be real. I do not think the Rockets are going to sweep the Lakers. And I said it before, too. I said this here. This is what I was saying before, and I'm going to stick to this. I said, I thought the Lakers were going to win the series, but I say if the Rockets do go ahead and win this, they're going to win it in 7. They're not going to win it in 6. They're not going to sweep. They're not going to win in 5. Now, I hope they do, but it's not going to happen. I'm just going to be real. So with all that being said, I'm going to go ahead and get up out of here. But before I do, check this out. Like I said, the Rockets keep playing the way they're playing. See this one right here? This side of the belt? We're going to be champions. The Rockets keep playing the way they're playing. So with all that being said, I am for go ahead and get up out of here. This is your boy Man Up. And as always, I jump the deuce. I holla. You was in the man cave. Y'all see the man cave. Don't act like you don't see it. Now, I had to kick you out the man cave. Peace. Holla.